Then the Holy Spirit revealed and opened us all the mysteries in there of how He's brought His church through history. And if you don't have the 7 church ages on tape, it would be good if you listen to them, and soon they'll be in book form. And then I've been reading Dr. Larkin's book, Dr. Smith's book, Dr. Scofield's notes, different commentaries from man everywhere, and yet I cannot put theirs together to make it come out right, see?
The Philadelphia period covers the time between AD 1750 and AD 1900.
The church age began at 1750 when the Lutheran church age went out and lasted up to somewhere in 1900, around 1906.
There is no question about the meaning of the word Philadelphia. It means brotherly love, and well describes the charity and brotherly fellowship that dissipated the bitter personal animosities that characterized the theological disputants of the Sardis period, and made possible the evangelistic and missionary labors of the past 150 years.
Brotherly love. It was a great age of missionaries and missions. The world has never seen the time. It even goes over into our time now, that when the world ever seen such a time of missionaries everywhere. In the last, well, I'd say the last 150 years, it's been one of the most outstanding times of world history for missionaries getting into all parts of the world with the gospel.
Three things are said of this church. 1, it had a little strength. It was like a person coming back to life who was still very weak. It was the dead Sardis church revived.
You got just a little strength now. What does that mean? Just like a man that's been dead, kind of shaking himself, coming alive, reviving up a little, amen, coming to life. You come out of them old dead creeds and everything, you begin to come to life a little bit, shaking yourself, kind of waking yourself up. You got a little strength, but I'll set a door before you now. Amen. As soon as they come out of Lutheranism and Papalism and all those other isms.
And revivals have been characteristic of the Philadelphia period. These revivals began with George Whitefield in AD 1739, followed by John Wesley, Charles G. Finney, and D.L. Moody.
Now, the great missionary age, brotherly love, the age of missions. Let me just name to you some of the great men, and then I just wrote their names down here. John Wesley, George Whitefield, he was about 1739. Charles G. Finney, Dwight Moody.
Number 2, it had set before it an open door that no man could shut. Note that this promise was made by him who hath the key of David. He that openeth, and no man shutteth, and shutteth, and no man openeth. In 1793, William Carey sailed for India, where he found an open door, and since then the Lord has opened the door into China, Japan, Korea, India, Africa, and the Isles of the Sea, until there is not a country in the world where the missionary cannot go.
William Carey, the great missionary, went to India in 1773. David Livingstone to South Africa. See, some of those great men, I got names of plenty of them here, great men that lived in that brotherly love. That the black man, the white man, the brown man, the yellow man, all the walls was broke down, and these men went out into the mission fields. Brotherly love, stretching out a hand to all nations everywhere, and it's opened up to them that they could go.
Number 3, it was to be kept from the hour of temptation, tribulation, that shall come upon all the world. And as there has never yet been a worldwide tribulation, this hour of tribulation must still be future, and refers doubtless to the great tribulation that is to come upon the whole world.
Now, this great temptation, the hour of temptation that shall come to try the whole world, goes into the tribulation, just in a few minutes we'll see it, goes on into the tribulation, and the tribulation did not come in the days of Wesley.
We must not forget that the characteristics of all these periods continue on in the Church down to the end. This is true of the evangelistic and missionary movements of the Philadelphia period.
Brotherly love. It was a great age of missionaries and missions. The world has never seen the time. It even goes over into our time now, that when the world ever seen such a time of missionaries. And then I've been reading Dr. Larkin's book, Dr. Smith's book, Dr. Schofield's notes, different commentaries from man everywhere, and yet I cannot put theirs together to make it come out right, see.